is Lily Slater's dad in EastEnders. Martin tragically passed away in February, falling victim to the horrific explosion that tore through the Queen Vic pub. There seemed to be a glimmer of hope as he made his exit towards the barrel store with Stacey, but a beam fell from the ceiling and crushed him. As he lay dying, he confessed his love for Stace, telling her that his reunion with Ruby Allen was a mistake. She struggled to cope with her grief in the wake of the incident and fled to stay with brother Sean. Earlier this week, upon her return, she learnt that Lily had been mothering her children during her absence and was feeling abandoned. A row soon ensued, with Lily branding her mum a slapper. Stacey then slapped her, and it became clear that the road to recovery would be long. Later, the teen knocked back vodka with pal Avani Nandra Hart and spoke about although Martin wasn't her real dad, he was the closest she had to a fatherly figure in her life. But who is Lily's dad, you ask? We've got all the information you need on that front. Who is Lily Slater's dad in EastEnders? Lily's biological dad is Ryan Malloy. Ryan, as long-time viewers will recall, is Whitney Dean's brother. He made his Walford debut back in 2009, rocking up in the square to reveal his identity to his sister. Shortly afterwards, he embarked on a relationship with Janine Butcher, with the two later getting married. Things, however, became complicated as Ryan had slept with Stacey, who later discovered that she was pregnant. Bradley Branning, who was married to Stacey at the time, believed the baby to be his, but when he added up the dates, he realised that this was simply not possible. Stacey believed that the father was Archie Mitchell, who had raped her in a harrowing storyline, but Ronnie informed her that the baby couldn't be Archie's, which led her to realise that Ryan was the dad. Ryan, meanwhile, remained in the dark about Lily being his child, but after he rescued her from a fire, Stacey told him the truth. He struggled to process the news at first and showed no interest in being a father, but subsequent scenes saw him reconsider, telling both Janine and Stacey of his intentions to be there for Lily. The chemistry between he and Stacey ignited once more, and they began an affair. But when Janine found out, she resorted to poisoning Ryan. The truth about Janine's actions were revealed, and Ryan chose to be with Stacey, much to Janine's horror, as she plotted revenge on her love rival, even stabbing herself and claiming Stacey was to blame. Stacey fled with Lily. Ryan, meanwhile, departed Walford after Rob Grayson, who had exploited Whitney, wound up dead following a showdown, forcing him to go on the run. Ryan returned to Walford in 2014 for a short period, and again in 2016, adamant that he wanted to be a dad to Lily, but he stole money from the Queen Vic safe before trying to flee. Afterwards, he met with Whitney and Mick Carter, returning the money he stole, before agreeing to hand himself into the police on the condition that Whit and Lily visit him in prison. He was later released due to a lack of evidence, before revealing to Whitney that he and prison guard Helen were in a relationship. They later became engaged. Lily and Ryan last saw each other when she fell pregnant in 2023, and he invited her to stay with him and Helen in Wakefield.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoiler TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn